righty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, looks like we've wrapped up the riders meeting. It is time to get ready to go racing here at the Battle in the Barn. We need moto number 1, Open C Riders, moto number 1. Open C Riders, be making your way to the staging area. We'll get you guys staged up and ready to rock and roll here tonight, round 1 of the Battle in the Barn 2025-2026. .com. Bring up your YouTube app there, and you're going to type in Fast TRAXX, TRAXX Racing, Battle of the Barn 2025-2026. And that is going to bring up a live feed of our event right here tonight. You'll be able to follow along live on YouTube. Send that out to anybody that didn't make it out here with us tonight. Let them jump on there and check out the race in action here this evening. You need to make sure you like and subscribe to the channel there, and that'll keep the race in action coming. So look forward to getting the race in action live and in person on YouTube all season, indoor season long here. And we're going to start race number 2, ATV, 4 to 10 and 11 to 15-year-olds. Your race number 2 tonight, Moto 3 Pit Bike Pro, Pit Bike 11 to 15, 14 and older, and Pit Bike Open. All going to go out together there in race number 3. Race 4, 4-stroke light BC, Open 125 and up, Decade 14 to 24 bike. Race 5 is our Micro ATV True Beginners, along with our Youth ATV 50s. Race 6 plus 50, race 7, 65 first year, 7 to 9 and 10 to 11-year-old 65 riders. Race 8, Stasic class, going off. Race number 8, race 9, Lightweight Pro, Lightweight B, and Millennium 2-stroke. We're going to be followed by race 10, which is our True Beginner class. Race 11, Lightweight C, race 12, 57 to 8. Race 13, our 54 to 6 riders. Race 14, 125, 200B Open Pro, Open B, 4-stroke Heavy B. Race 15, Mini Junior 7 to 15, Mini Senior 12 to 15. Race 16 plus 40, 50, and 60. We'll bring the Geritol crew out there, line them up, and then turn them loose. Race 17, race 19 plus 25, race 20 Pit Bike 10 and under, 50 to 110 auto. Race 21 first year racer bike, race 22 ATV first year. Race 23 85 novice, 7 to 15 trail bike, and women 65 to 150. Race 24 50 oil and 50 open. Race 25 is our ATV pros. Race 26, Super Mini. Race 27, Mini Extra, 65 and 85. Race 28, Youth ATV 0 to 90. And the final race of the evening is our ATV C Riders. Looks like we got some open guys in the gate. See if CJ's got everybody locked up and ready to roll down there yet.
I won't go down here by the starting line. Go.
I got 8 riders. I'm looking for 10, I believe. Get us ready to rock and roll here this evening. I want to thank everybody for coming out. We've got our Osborne Off-Road Gas folks in the house with us, Wamco, Kenda, and Athens Sports Cycles helping to bring the action to you here tonight. We thank those folks for their sponsorship here at the Battle in the Barn in Henderson Arena Complex. I want to remind everybody we're going to be right back here tomorrow. If you want to come check it out, we're going to be practicing at 6 p.m. tomorrow night for the race, and then race in action immediately following practice. Also, open practice tomorrow starting at 10 a.m. So 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can come down, sign up, and get some practice in. Not exactly the nicest weather outside for racing your dirt bike out there, but man, it is perfect conditions here in the Henderson Arena Complex tonight. So See if we got all our open C riders on the gate. If we do, it'll be
Live now. All right, camera 2 ready. Here you go.
time to do what we need to do in order to get recent action rolling here this evening. Checking with our head starter down there, CJ. CJ, we got them all in the gate. Are we ready to roll? CJ says we are good to go. We've got our open C riders in the gate. That means we are about ready to kick the action off here tonight. Folks, before we can do that, we got one last small piece of business to take care of. So if y'all please rise as you are able, take off those hats and cross those hearts, and we will honor the greatest country in the world with the singing of our national anthem. Time to fire them up and rock and roll here at the Henderson Arena Complex. We got 10 riders in the open C class in the gate, and it is time for some racing action tonight. Gate is down into turn one. We got them piled up, but not the 711. The 711 of Brody Denny out of Jackson, Ohio on his Honda with a hole shot. We're unstacking them here in turn one. Everybody's up and moving. Some more action there. In turn four, here's the 711 of Denny. He's followed by the 34 ride of Jared Reinhardt out of Chillicothe, Ohio on his Kawasaki. The 248 of Cody Spiker out of Batavia on his Yamaha settles into the number 3 ride. Down the front straightaway is our leader, the 711 of Brody Denny out of Jackson, Ohio. 34, Jared Reinhardt trying to reel him in here. More carnage there. Out on the racetrack, everybody's going to get it picked up and remounted. Action happening fast out here. When we go arena crossing, things happen in a hurry, and you have to be ready to roll. Denny out front. The 34 Reinhardt third, a ways back to the 248 of Cody Spiker. Behind Spiker runs the 515 of Joel Brandon out of Sandyville, West Virginia. On a Kawasaki, white flag is out, 1 to go for the leader, the 711 of Brody Denny. Brody Denny catching a little lap traffic. Gets clear of that as he goes over the double on the infield section of the racetrack. And Denny has clear sailing to the checkered flag. First checkered flag of the evening goes to 711 of Brody Denny out of Jackson, Ohio on his Honda. Second place to the 34 of Jared Reinhardt out of Chillicothe. And rounding out the podium tonight in the open C class, going to be the 248 of Cody Spiker on his Yamaha out of Batavia. Race number 2, our youth ATVs, the 4 to 10 and 11 to 15-year-old riders. In that 4 to 10 class, we've got the 17 of Lakota Smart out of Raritan, Ohio. From Frankfurt to 27 of DJ Newman. 133 is Jarrett Castor out of MacArthur. 607 Abigail Roberts from Lynchburg. And in the 11 to 15 division, the 111 of Kaylee Burnworth out of Otway, Ohio. Oh, shot for the 133. And then things just go south. I think he's looking down like maybe the chain came off. Pit crew out there working on getting him back in action. Looking to see where things went wrong. The action on the racetrack. It is the 27. DJ Newman out front. He's being chased by the 111 of Kaylee Burnworth. Burnworth runs second, third place on the racetrack. Second in that 4 to 10 division, the 17 of Lakota Smart. Here comes the 607 of Abigail Roberts down the front straightaway. She's out there getting it figured out. White flag in the air for the 111 of Kaylee Burnworth out of Otway, Ohio. She is out front and setting sail here in the 11 to 15 division. Looking to bring it around and wrap up this one. Troubles for DJ Newman on the 27 machine. And he's got to relit, but not before cost him some serious distance on the racetrack. So I believe Lakota Smart coming down the front straightaway for the final time. She is going to come on around there and try and wrap it up for a win in the Youth ATV 4 to 10. 607 of Abigail Roberts is going to work her way around there and try and collect the checkered flag in third. Meanwhile, Kaylee Burnworth gets the win there in the 11 to 15 class. Race number 3, going to bring the pit bikers out. Pit Bike Pro, Pit Bike 11 to 15, 16 in order and open. Headed for turn 1. .270 of Torrin Harmon out of Ripley, West Virginia with a whole shot in the pro class. Got a 34 of Jared Reinhardt out of Chillicothe behind him in the open class on that electric machine. Trying to run Jared down is the 11C of Emmett Charrington. And following behind Emmett is a 999 of Bo Weber out of Minford. Both those guys locked in a battle here for the win, the 11 to 15 division. Torrin Harmon doubling up the finish line jump there, and that's got him pulling out into a pretty healthy lead there over the 34 of Jared Reinhardt. Jared racing in that pit bike open division. And then we got 11C of Emmett Charrington battling it out with a 999 of Bo Weber in the 11 to 15-year-old division. Torrin Harmon bringing it around here. It looks like he's going to be headed for a white flag, I believe. Yep, white flag is in the air. Harold's got the bed sheet waving over there. That means we got one to go here in race number 3. Torrin Harmon goes wire to wire as he makes his way from Ripley, West Virginia tonight to get the win in the Pit Bike Pro class. Jared Reinhardt finishing up in the win in the Pit Bike Open, and we're going to take the battle down to the wire here in the 11 to 15 class. Who's it going to be? And I believe it was 11C of Emmett Sherrington, barely holding off the 999 of Bo Weber. Race 4, we got the gate loaded up with big bikes. And they are rolling into turn 1, about 4 wide. Who's it going to be? Whoa. The 4 of Aiden Curtis showed up. He got pinched off on the inside, and that put him way back. Things got tight there in turn 1. It is the 601 of Dustin Byers out front. Dustin running that open division. Ripping a whole shot on that big KTM. Behind him is the 80 machine of Caleb Johnson in the 14 to 24 division. Byers your leader, Johnson in second. Johnson getting beat up pretty good by the roost off the back tire of that 350. Byers looking over his shoulder. Johnson running that Yamaha YZ125 pretty hard to try and close the gap on Byers. Behind that battle is the 523. Nope, that is the 923 of Gage Smart out of Peebles. White flag is out, 1 to go. Byers getting to drive on the inside. Here comes Johnson. A little bit of lap traffic. Byers and Johnson. Johnson got to the inside. Byers slams the door. Barely by half a front wheel, 601 of Dustin Byers gets the win tonight in the open class. The 80 of Caleb Johnson, the victory in the 14 to 24. The 923 of Gage Smart out of Peebles on his Honda gets the nod in the 4-stroke light BC. And 154 of Zach Gray from Logan, Ohio, gonna get the job done tonight in the decade class. Once again, folks, if you're here with us in the arena, you need to jump on YouTube and go to Fast TRAXX Racing dash Battle of the Barn 2025-2026, and you can catch the YouTube live feed of this race. And if you're locked up on there watching with us, make sure you like and subscribe. Send it out to your friends and neighbors, and let them know we're going to have racing action live on YouTube here all season long at the Henderson Arena Complex. We got a couple of riders. Our micro ATV treated beginner, the 42 of Carolyn Burnworth out of Otway. And the 27 of DJ Newman out of Frankfort, Ohio. Out there doing it up. And somebody's silencer needs help bad. I think DJ Newman's got some equipment problems going on there causing things not to work quite so well. Race number 6, plus 30, loading up on the starting gate. Race 765 first year, 7 to 9 and 10 and 11 riders. Should be staged up, getting ready to go. Race number 8, our Stasic class, should be staging up. We're going to get ready to go soon. Folks, don't forget, plenty of good food to eat down there at the concession stand. Also, our scores are posted down here at rider registration, so as we finish up your motos, you can swing by there and see how you did. Also, the trophy shack located right there in the middle of the grandstand area. Stop by and see Angie to collect your trophies. Folks, if you haven't picked up a schedule yet, I encourage you to do that as well. We got the 2025-2026 race season schedules down here at rider registration. You can swing by and grab one of those. And get your calendar lined up for some serious fast track racing here in 2025-2026. Checkered flag is out for DJ Newman as he gets a victory tonight in the Youth ATV 50 class. And in that micro ATV true beginner, the 42 of Carolyn Burnworth out of Otway, Ohio. Going to roll her machine around there for a win there in the micro ATV true beginners. Race number 6 in the starting gate is our plus 30 guys set to take off and see who can get the job done here. The jump goes to the 601 of Byers. Dustin Byers were able to parlay a good jump off the gate into a nice hole shot in about a 4-bike length lead by the time, stretch out to about a 6-bike length lead by the time we get around to the flag stand on lap number 1. And Byers already out to a full straightaway lead. 00 of Tommy Dalton out of Ironton on his Honda run second. And Honda's in 3rd and 4th as well. Dustin Byers giving that KTM 350 another run. 00 of Dalton, the 51 of Justin Cooper runs 3rd. Behind Cooper looks to be maybe the 704 of Mike Pacey. See if that's Mike running in a 4th place ride. Nope, it is a 926 of Tyler Hensley out of Oak Hill. Tyler throwing me a curveball there, and the announcer sheet says a Yamaha. It's not looking like a Yamaha. White flag in the air, 1 to go for the 601 of Dustin Byers out of Gallipolis, Ohio. In this plus 30 class, 00 of Tommy Dalton out of Ironton. Going to try and hold off the 51 of Justin Cooper out of Wheelersburg with just a couple of turns to go. The checker flag in the air and victory in the plus 30 class tonight, 601 for Byers. Second place goes to 00 of Dalton with the 51 of Cooper out of Wheelersburg rounding out the podium tonight in the plus 30 class. Rolling through them here tonight. It goes fast and furious when we go indoor racing here at the Henderson Arena Complex. 65 first-year racer, 65 7 to 9, and 10 11 riders in the starting gate. On race number 7 set to go. Race 8 coming up. We got our Stasic Riders Lightweight Pro coming up. Those guys are going to race for a little bit of cash. Race 10, we got some true beginners, lightweight C on deck. Coming up soon, we're going to bring the 50 machines out. Might be the 409 of Easton Charles out of South Webster out front. Easton running in that 7 to 9 division. Behind him, the 8 of Caden McGlone out of Beaver, Ohio on his Yamaha in the 65 10 11 class. And back there in the third place ride, the 989 of Colson O'Brien out of Frankfurt. Running third place and competing tonight in that 65 first-year racer division. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go for our 65cc riders. It has been Easton Charles out of South Webster, Ohio the whole way here. 8 of Caden McGlone out of Beaver, and the 989 of Colson O'Brien out of Frankfurt. And it looks like that's where we're going to wrap them up here tonight for the 65cc machines. Whoa, next up we got our Stasic riders. Going to bring the little folks on the electric machines out next. We've got 4 riders going to roll out there in this one. This is a class that we actually don't score for competitive trophies. And we send them all out there and let them have some fun, learn how to go racing on those electric machines. If you're not familiar with the Stasic bikes, little electric powered bicycle or motorcycle hybrid, if you were. Most of these things take a battery similar to what your power tools at home. A little hotline there, that'll work. But similar to the tools that you might have at home, a DeWalt or Milwaukee battery pack there that slides in right on the front of the machine. You charge that thing up, turn the switch on the handlebars, and away you go. So nice thing about them, you can tailor the power delivery to your youngster's skill level. So you can start it off with a little less power, a little less throttle response, and then as they gain some experience and get a little more confidence, you can turn them loose out there with a little more power, do some adjusting, and let the power of the bike grow with their experience. So really cool way to get the youngsters started, and pretty easy for them to pick up the bike by themselves, so lightweight enough that they can handle the machine on their own. Also allows for riding in the backyard there if you're got a youngster that's living in town, and good way to get started. So not terribly expensive. I know if you're looking for a Christmas gift, this is a great thing to have underneath the tree there. Our great folks at Osborne Off-Road up in Logan sell the Stasic and Gas brands of these little electric bikes. So check those folks out up in Logan, Osborne Off-Road, out there on US 93. We had then 3 of Keenan Tompkins out of West Portsmouth, the 33 of Bexley Stevens. From Winchester, 456 of Grayson Wilson, and the 828 of Emma Johnson with us tonight. Both those riders out of Jackson. And you get ready to wrap it up with a checkered flag for those youngsters tonight. Race number 9 in the starting gate coming up next. We got our lightweight pro riders, a 00 of Tommy Dalton out of Ironton, the 880 machine of Caleb Johnson out of Millfield. Also got our lightweight B riders on the gate, the 53 of Miles Meadows, 123 of Carson Essman, 27 Torrin Harmon, 711 of Braxton Yeager, 923 of Gage Smart, and that Millennium 2-stroke class of 51 of Adam Holmes. Adam's got a cheering section over there. Here we go. Cart is sideways. The gate is down. Who's going to get the jump into turn 1? It is Gage Smart. Diving to the inside to 00 Dalton. Tommy Dalton trying to get by Gage Smart here. Now he is racing the 80 of Caleb Johnson for the cash. And neither Dalton nor Johnson got good starts, and that's going to put them back in the pack. Gage Smart out front, the 270 of Harmon. And it is the 00 of Dalton, the 80 of Johnson. Johnson to the inside. Going to put the pass on the 00 of Dalton. Gage Smart out front. He's got the 270 of Torrin Harmon behind him on the Kawasaki. And here comes the 80 of Caleb Johnson. Johnson trying to get to the outside. Going to cut back under and make the pass, get the bike hooked up. And now go around the outside. The man on the move right now is the 80 ride of Caleb Johnson, the Millfield, Ohio rider on the YZ125. After a not-so-great start, making a pass a lap. He is up into the number 2 ride on the racetrack, and he goes to work on the 923 of Gage Smart out of Peebles, Ohio. Smart out front on the Honda. Caleb Johnson trying to find some racing room on the inside there. White flag is out, 1 to go. This is going by to here. Here comes Johnson on the outside. He's got it hooked up. And he is going to make the pass on Gage Smart. Caleb Johnson now has got clear sailing. And he has picked the right time to get by. Making a turn for home, the 80 ride. Collects the checker flag to win tonight in the lightweight pro class. And the cash. 923 Gage Smart out of Peebles, Ohio on his Honda. Gets the victory in the lightweight B class over the 270 of Torrin Harmon out of Ripley, West Virginia. The 51 of Adam Holmes on Ironton to win in the 50, or the Millennium 2-stroke class. The 00 of Tommy Dalton out of Ironton on his Honda, finishing second in the lightweight pro class. Race number 10, our true beginner bikes. We got a couple youngsters learning the ropes here on these 50s. And our true beginner class, we turn these youngsters loose for some laps without the pressure of scored competition. So we let these youngsters go out there and put some laps in and learn how to get it done. The 003 of Maddox Whitesid out of Laurelville, Ohio on his KTM, and a 33 of Bexley Stevens out of Winchester, Ohio on her Yamaha. Race number 10 on the track, race 11 lightweight C class, loading up in the starting gate. And behind them is race number 12, 50 senior 7 to 8, race 13, our 50 junior 4 to 6. Going to be followed by race 14, our 200B Open Pro, Open B, 4-stroke heavy B, and race 15, mini junior, mini senior. Race 16 plus 40, 50, and 60 coming up here soon. And our schoolboy riders in race 17 right around the corner. Once again, folks, while it's a little bit quiet out here, make sure you're on YouTube. Go to YouTube, get your YouTube app open on your phone. Jump on YouTube, go to TRAXX Racing Battle of the Barn 2025-2026, and open up the live feed. Make sure you like and subscribe. Send that live feed to everybody you know. Post that link up on Facebook, and we're going to get a bunch of people checking out the race here at the Henderson Arena Complex. White flag is in the air. One to go for our true beginner riders. The link is also on Facebook, I'm told, so jump on TRAXX Facebook page. You can link us right there. And do what you can on your social media, folks. Get us out there on TikTok and Instagram. And make sure everybody you know can check us out on YouTube Live. Checker flag flies for our true beginner riders, and that is going to wrap it up for race number 10. The lightweight C, this usually gets pretty exciting, folks. We're going to send them 10 deep into turn 1 here. Whoop, whoop, we got a rider with a problem. Got a rider with a problem. Oh, hang on, guys. Got somebody working on getting her cranked up here. So when we got trouble on the gate, we give the riders a total of 2 minutes to work the problem out, whatever that is. So Big A, our head starter down there, will put them on the clock. They got 2 minutes to get things sorted out. Hopefully we can give everybody an opportunity to get things figured out and ready to go racing. Everybody to get an opportunity to go racing with us here once they made the effort to show up and get the machine ready to roll. So got the rider down there getting things sorted out and cranked up, and we will be ready to go here with our lightweight C riders in just a minute. Here we go. The card is sideways, the gate is down. And it is the 7-11 of Brody Denny out of Jackson, ripping a hole shot. And based on his wire-to-wire win here in the Open C class a little bit ago, this is not good news for the rest of these guys. 34, Jaron Reinhardt out of Chillicothe on his Kawasaki runs second. He was right there with Denny in the Open C class. He is definitely a little closer this time, so let's see if Reinhardt can challenge for that lead. Troy Landing out of Chillicothe on his Kawasaki's up into the number 3 ride, gets by the 248 of Cody Spiker out of Batavia as they head down the front straightaway. Brody Denny out of right here in Jackson, Ohio. Leading the show here in the lightweight C class, but he has a whole lot of company. The 34 of Jared Reinhardt out of Chillicothe, putting the pressure on. They check in for another lap. Down the front straightaway, here comes Reinhardt on the outside. Brody Denny riding the inside lines, trying to make Reinhardt to go the long way around. Our leader's going to come on a little bit of a wreck here. That's going to put a bunch of lap traffic in the mix. 1 lap to go. White flag is out. Reinhardt takes advantage of the lap traffic and makes the pass. Jared Reinhardt, now your leader on the 34 Kawasaki with less than a lap to go. 7-11 Brody Denny is going to try and work to the inside. Here we go. Denny on the inside. Oh, he shows it the wheel. Brody Denny puts a wheel on Reinhardt, makes the pass, and he is going to ride that to the checkered flag in the win in the lightweight C class. Reinhardt finishes second with Troy Liming out of Chillicothe bringing his Kawasaki home for the final spot on the podium tonight here in the lightweight C class. Race number 12, our 50 senior 7-8, ready to roll. Gate is down on our 78-year-olds, creaming into turn 1, the 489 of Grayson Boswell out of Batavia. We're ripping the whole shot here tonight in the 50 senior class. Grayson Boswell out front pulling away. There's the 714 machine of Jace Painter out of Leon, West Virginia. He has got a challenge though. He's got a KTM rider, I believe, maybe the gas machine. That might be the 989 of Colson O'Brien out of Frankfurt, now up into the number 2 ride. We'll see as he brings it around here. Boswell still your leader. Yes, it is the 989 of Colson O'Brien out of Frankfurt. He gets by the 714 of Jace Painter out of Leon, West Virginia. A white flag in the air for our leader. 1 to go for the 489 of Grayson Boswell out of Batavia, Ohio. Made the trip up 32 here, and he is making it count as he has got her on full send here on the Cobra tonight in the 7-8 division. Down the front straightaway for the final time is the 989 of Colson O'Brien out of Frankfurt. Chased up by the 714 of Jace Painter out of Leon, West Virginia. Checkered flag is out, and the win goes to the 489 of Grayson Boswell out of Batavia. Colson O'Brien out of Frankfurt in second, and bringing it home with a nice third place ride, the 714 of Jace Painter. Bringing it from Leon, West Virginia. Race 13, 50 junior 4-6 ready to go. Powering it into turn one is the 11C of Slayton Charrington out of Oak Hill, Ohio. Slayton Charrington, your leader. Second place. Oh, it was I think that was Briar Hoy going down. I'm going to get her picked up. Our new second place rider might be the 113 of Liam Johnson out of Ironton. Slayton Harrington having everything his way here tonight in the 4 to 6 class. Well, we got a battle here for second place between the 113 of Liam Johnson and the 19 of Mac Mace out of MacArthur. White flag is out, 1 to go. Our battle for second, headed out for the final lap. Here comes our winner, the 11C of Slayton Charrington. He doubles up his Cobra for the win here tonight in the junior 4 to 6 class. Battle going down to the wire here for second place. 113 of Liam Johnson out of Ironton, the 19 of Mac Mace out of MacArthur. Making the final turn for home. The 113 of Liam Johnson going to hang on for second. Strong ride there by the 19 of Mac Mace to wrap up a third place ride tonight in the 50 junior 4 to 6. Race 14, we got some pro riders. The one of Brandon Blanton. The 8 of Caleb Johnson going to duel it out here. Racing for the cash. And out front is the 8 of Caleb Johnson. Johnson got the hammer down here. Behind him, the 270 of Torrin Hartman. Runs in that four-stroke heavy B division out of Ripley, West Virginia. He's got some company. Johnson out front, Harmon right behind him. And it is the 926. We don't have him on our roster. To ride him now and running. In third place on the racetrack, I think. Get a closer look there. That is a Stark of Arg, folks, running third. Electric bike. Got the Honda color, it's red, but started looking a little closer and you'll notice there's not an exhaust pipe on it. White flag in the air, the 80 of Caleb Johnson working on bringing it around here for the win. And getting the cash tonight in the Open Pro class. Torrin Hartman going to get the victory in a four-stroke heavy V. Somebody's going to bring their Stark of Arg around for a nice finish. the books. Race 15 in the gate, ready to roll. There's our mini junior, mini senior riders. In the senior class, we got the one of Cameron Osborne out of Laurelville, Ohio, and his Yamaha. The rest of these youngsters are ready to lock it up in the mini junior 7 to 11 division. We got the 11C of Emmett Charrington, 15 of Bo Weber, 118 of Cohen Finley, and 404 of Colton Smith. And fast guys here in this 80 class. Bo Weber able to get the whole shot done. The 11C of Emmett Charrington was there with him, and he had the fire go out, and now the old girl doesn't want to refire for him. There she goes. It gets cold out. They get a little temperamental every now and again. Bo Weber says, I got her under control out front. He's your leader. Behind him, the one of Cameron Osby of that mini senior class, 404 of Colton Smith out of Cottageville, West Virginia. In the second place ride of the junior division, here comes the 11C of Emmett Charrington, running third place in the mini junior class. Leading the show. Stretching out that lead as he comes down the front straightaway in the mini junior division. One of Cameron Osborne out of Laurelville. Down the front straightaway leads the mini senior class. And now up into the number 2 ride in the mini junior division, 11C of Emmett Charrington gets by the 404 of Colton Smith as we're getting ready to see a white flag, I believe. And a white flag is out. Bo Weber laying down the law here tonight. And he's going to bring it around for the checker flag and win. In the mini junior class, the one of Cameron Osborne out of Laurelville, looking to get the victory, and he does in the mini senior division. And charging from the back of the pack, the 11C of Emmett Charrington out of Oak Hill remounts his KTM to come home second there in the junior division. 404 of Colton Smith out of Cottageville, West Virginia, the final spot on the box tonight in the mini junior class. Race 16, plus 40, plus 50, and plus 60 riders on the starting gate right now. We're going to bring the Geritol crew out and turn those guys loose. Do a little barn battling here. Big A's got the card in the air. He's checking the old timers, scared sideways. Gates down and charging into turn 1. It is going to be the 408 of Jeremy Barnett out of Jackson on his KTM, ripping a whole shot in the plus 40 division. He's brought with him the 51 of Adam Holmes out of Ironton. Runs second on the racetrack, second in the plus 40. Behind him, the 933 of Ryan Vandergriff out of Laurelville on the Yamaha. He's your leader in the plus 50 class. of Jeremy Barnett pulling away. The 51 of Adam Holmes runs second. 9:33 of Ryan Vandegrift third. And behind him, the 129 of DJ Huffman out of Winfield running second in that plus 50 class. Jeremy Barnett laying the laps down here tonight in the plus 40 division. He is on rails out there tonight. He's going to bring it around for the white flag here. He's making quick work here at race 16. So the 51 of Adam Holmes running second in that plus 40 class. Ryan Vandegrift holding off DJ Huffman there in the plus 50 as they head out for the final lap. Checker flag in the air for the 6-0 Indy 408 of Jeremy Barnett out of Jackson. Winning here tonight in the plus 40 class. Second in that plus 40 division go to the 51 of Adam Holmes out of Ironton. Oh, the battle's going down the wire. Oh, no. 9:33 of Ryan Vandegrift stalls it in the final turn. The 129 of DJ Huffman rides around the outside and gets the win in the plus 50 class. 472 of Kevin Smuck out of Hideaway Hills on his Kawasaki gets the win tonight in the plus 60. Oh, we got the schoolboy riders. Race 17, schoolboys going to go charging into turn one. Here's it going to be. Whole shot for the number 9. Gunner Bo Redmond out of Pedro, Ohio on his Husqvarna. Gets a whole shot, but in short-lived 34 of Jared Reinhardt out of Chillicothe, Ohio on the Yamaha. Gets to the lead. Reinhardt, your leader. Gunner Bo Redmond out of Pedro runs in second place on the racetrack. He's followed by the 225 of Branson Conner out of Lucasville. Battle is on behind Conner, the 7-Eleven machine of Braxton Yeager. Behind Yeager, the 316. Reinhardt out front. Redmond runs second on the racetrack. 225 of Branson Conner putting the pressure on Redmond in that Schoolboy 2 division. 34 Jared Reinhardt, long gone in the Schoolboy 1 class here. As things are heating up. The white flag in here, 1 to go. Jared Reinhardt out front. Behind him, the 9 of Gunner Bo Redmond out of Pedro, trying to hold off the 225 of Branson Conner for one final lap. Conner makes a bit on the outside, can't get it done there. Oh, Conner's got the advantage on the inside. Here we go. Oh, crossing back over. The 9 ride of Gunner Redmond puts a wheel on the 225, and Conner gets back by Redmond for the win in the Schoolboy 2 class. 34 of Jared Reinhardt gets the victory in the Schoolboy 1 division. Heck of a ride there in the Schoolboy divisions. These guys battling to the end there in race 17. Race 18, we're going to bring out the youth ATVs with our 2-stroke novice in our ATV girls division set to go.
This dude jump school or something?
17 of Dakota Smart out of Raritan, Ohio. Behind two of those young ladies, we've got the 27 of DJ Newman out of Frankfurt and the 619 of Dominic and Neff out of Caldwell. The crown here. Behind her, the 17 of Dakota Smart out of Raritan runs second in that young ladies class. Down the front straightaway for the 27 of DJ Newman out of Frankfurt, the 619 of Dominic Neff from Caldwell. Running second place in that first two-stroke novice division. Kaylee Burnworth on the 111 ride, bringing it around for the white flag. One to go. 17 of Lakota Smart about to check in with one lap remaining as well. Takes the checker flag in the win tonight here in the Youth ATV Girls. This is 17 of Lakota Smart out of Raritan. Going to finish second in that one. DJ Newman out of Frankfurt, Ohio. Going to get the win tonight in the novice two-stroke class over the 619 of Dominic Neff out of Caldwell. Plus 25 in the starting gate. Race 19 coming up next. Behind these plus 25 guys, what do we got? We got Pit Bike 10 and under and 50 to 110 auto. First year racer bike, ATV first year racer. Race 23, 85 novice coming up. Dustin Byers with another hole shot tonight. I think about the safest bet you can make is Dustin Byers ripping a hole shot. With the battle in the barn. He has had it on kill here tonight. Battle for second is on between the 123 of Carson Essman out of West Portsmouth, trying to hold off the 408 of Jeremy Barnett out of Jackson, and saw Jeremy dust the plus 40 guys just a little bit ago. So we know Jeremy's got plenty of speed. He's finding life a little tougher here in the plus 25 class. Byers with a full straightaway lead now. And Carson Essman out of West Portsmouth riding a super steady race here. He's had plenty of pressure here for the 408 of Barnett, but Barnett getting on the hammer there, losing the front wheel a little bit. Gonna get her picked up and okay. I'm gonna have to remount time to bring it around for what looks like it's going to be a third place finish tonight in the plus 25 class. of Dustin Byers out of Gallipolis, Ohio, with another whole shot to the win. I think that's 3 for 3 tonight for Dustin Byers as he decimating the field here tonight in the plus 25 class. Nice ride for second there by the 123 of Carson Essman out of West Portsmouth. And a 408 of Jeremy Barnett out of Jackson. Bringing it home third place tonight in the plus 25. That'll wrap it up for race 19. Race 20 on deck. And in the starting gate, we've got pit bike 10 and under, the 133 of Jarrett Castor. I think that might be Jarrett about to rip a whole shot for us. Yes, it is.
Looks like second, third might be down. We'll just line up and follow that second, third.
All righty, we're back in action here. The 133 of Jared Castor leading up the pit bike class. It looks like the 822 of Logan Davis over the 51 of Creed Wise in a 50 to 110 auto clutch division. Had a little visit there with Caleb Johnson. Good to see Caleb out here racing with us tonight. He made a little bit of cash on the YZ 125, which was cool. Also getting some info from my spotters. I guess the online crowd watching, we need to run down the top 5 a little more. So we'll see if we can't work on that a little bit. The white flag in the air, 1 to go. The 133 of Jared Castor out of MacArthur, Ohio. We're looking to bring it around here for the win in the 10 and under class. A little hard luck there for the 51 ride of Creed Wise. He's going to get it picked up and remounted. And that second place ride at 50 to 110 auto clutch is Castor's going to bring it around here and collect the checkered flag in the win tonight in the pit bike 10 and under class. 822 of Logan Davis out of Somerset, Ohio on his Honda looking to get the win tonight in the 50 to 110 auto clutch over the 51 of Creed Wise out of Ironton. Oh, Creed's got a cheering section over there as well. All right, Creed. Yeah. Race 21, our first year racer bike division. Set to go. Aaron's got the card in the air. That means we are about to send them. Gate is on the ground and business about to pick up here in turn 1. 710 of Carson Somerville out of Ravenswood, West Virginia. Gets to turn 1 first, and he's going to bring it out of there with the lead. 945 of Clint Dollenmeyer out of Goshen, Ohio on the Suzuki runs in second. Top 3 riders right together there. 710 of Carson Somerville, your leader. It's 945 of Clint Dollenmeyer runs second. He's got the 515 behind him of Joel Brandon. Brandon out of Sandyville, West Virginia on the Kawasaki. Got a battle heating up there for 4th and 5th place. No, 5th place rider goes down. That might have been the 24 of Carter Carey out of Ironton with problems there on the last lap. Oh, we got a pass for the second place ride up into the number 2 position now. 5:15 of Joel Brandon out of Sandyville, West Virginia, now up into the number 2 ride, gets by the 9:45 of Dollenmeyer. White flag in the air, 1 to go. It has been the 7:10 of Carson Somerville out front out of Ravenswood, West Virginia the whole way. See if he can finish it off here with 1 lap to go. The 5:15 of Joel Brandon, has caught him. Here we go down the infield straightaway for the final time, making the turn for home. Oh! 7:10 of Carson Somerville gets the victory. 5:15 of Joe Brandon out of Sandyville, West Virginia on the Kawasaki was right there with him. Had a little mistake there in the final turn. He's able to hold on for second over the 9:45 of Clint Dollenmeyer out of Goshen, Ohio. And I'm not sure what we had past that, but you're good. You're good. ATV first year racers, Moto 22. Off and running here. Here's the 43 machine of Jacob Vance out of Buffalo, Ohio on his Yamaha, your leader, 42, Colin Edwards out of Philo in second, and the 2 of Christopher Longmire out of South Point, Ohio on the Honda in third. And we have quite the battle here out front in the ATV first year racer class. Slamming the door. Vance slams the door on Edwards. Here comes Edwards back to the inside. If Edwards can get just a little closer. Uh-oh, fire went out. The 42 of Edwards loses fire in his machine, and that's going to drop him back a ways here and give the 43 of Jacob Vance out of Buffalo, Ohio, a little breathing room here. Well, let's see if Edwards can mount a charge and run him down here. He was right on the back bumper of Jacob Vance, looking to make a pass there, and then stalled the bike down here in turn 1, and that was enough to create a pretty healthy gap there back to second place. Making their way around for the white flag. It is the 42 of Colton Edwards out of Philo, Ohio on his Yamaha, coming down the front straightaway for the final time. 42 of Jacob Vance out of Buffalo. Two machine of Christopher Longmire out of South Point on his Honda, gonna bring it by here for the third place ride. Checkered flag is waving for the 43 of Jacob Vance. 42 of Colton Edwards, and a 2 ride of Christopher Longmire. Race 23, we've got our 85 novice 7 to 15 riders, trailback beginner, and women's 65 to 150 in the women's division, the 100 of Emma Spriggs out of Jackson, Ohio, and her Kawasaki. In the trailback beginner class, we've got Logan Davis, Riley Bryant, Grayson Wise. Then we come charging into turn 1. It is the 409 of Easton Charles out of South Webster, Ohio. 404 of Colton Smith out of Cottageville, West Virginia, right with him. Almost side by side there over the finish line jump on lap number 1. And the difference there, the 409 of Easton Charles out of South Webster doubling up the finish line. The 404 of Colton Smith right there with him, followed by the 118 of Colton Finley. Cohen Finley, sorry about that. Cohen out of Jackson on his Yamaha. Pass has been made for the lead. The 404 of Colton Smith now up into the number 1 ride. The Cottageville, West Virginia rider making the pass for the lead. And at 85 novice 7-15 class 409 Easton Charles. Oh, whoa, trouble for the leader. He goes down there in turn 1. Going to pick it up and get it relit, but not before the field goes by here. And he's dropped back now into the number 5 ride. So back to the lead goes the 409 of Easton Charles. Behind him now the 118 of Cohen Finley runs second in the 85 novice 7-15 class. Down the front straightaway. Now we have another, we might have had another mix-up here, I'm not sure. We're gonna let Harold sort this one out for me. White flag is out. Yeah, we had trouble there for the 404, I think. And now we have 409 of Easton Charles out front. 118 of Cohen Finley in second, out of Jackson, Ohio, in his Yamaha. They're down the front straightaway for the final time. Chased up by the 9B of Brantley Belford in third place, and the 404 of Colton Smith out of Cottageville, West Virginia. And checkered flag is out. Easton Charles out of South Webster on his Husqvarna gets the win. 118 of Cohen Finley out of Jackson on the Yamaha, finishing second. Third place is going to be the 9B of Brantley Belford out of Sparta, Kentucky. And a 404 of Colton Smith out of Cottageville, West Virginia, coming home in fourth place in that 85 novice 7-15 class. In the women's division, it is the 100 of Emma Spriggs out of Jackson getting the win. And I am not sure how we had our finishers there in the trail bike beginner class. Race 24, we got some 50 machines lined up. It is a 50 oil injected Ford 8 division, a 50 open class. I'm going to go with them. And we have a loaded up starting gate here, 12 riders wide, getting ready to head for turn 1. Race 24 on the starting gate. We got a total of 29 tonight, so about 5 races to go here. Things are rolling right along here tonight at the Henderson Arena Complex. Folks, if you're watching with us at home on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. We'll be right back here tomorrow night. We've got a total of 10 races, 5 rounds, and you'll be able to catch us right here on YouTube Live as we go racing. We have race 24 on the racetrack, our 50 open and 50 oil injected riders doing it up. Down the front straightaway comes, it is the 489 of Grayson Boswell holding off the 11C of Slayton Charrington. Behind him, the 255 ride of Jace Painter in the number 3 ride. Boswell, your leader. Charrington in second. Here comes the battle for third place, and going around the outside, the 255 machine. Painter barely holding on to third place over the 489 of Colson O'Brien out of Frankfurt. Bryan now up into the third place position, gets by Jace Painter. Battle for the lead down the front straightaway. Still Grayson Boswell out of Batavia, Ohio out front. Slayton Charrington out of Oak Hill, Ohio runs second as they come around, and the checker flag is in the air. Double up that finish line, the 49 of Grayson Boswell out of Batavia gets the victory. The 11C of Slayton Charrington from Oak Hill in second. Third place, the 989 of Colson O'Brien out of Frankfurt, Ohio. In fourth place, the 255 of Jace Painter out of Leon, West Virginia. Fast and furious here tonight. We battle in the barn. We have ATV Pro Riders on the gate. We got some cash on the line in this one. And we will see who can get the job done. We've got the 28 of Bryce Delaney out of Jackson, Ohio, the 42 of Corey Burnworth out of Otway, and the 133 of J.D. Castor from MacArthur. All these guys mounted on Yamahas. And they're about to work on sorting it out here for some cash tonight. I'm going to guess this is a winner-take-all situation. You're going to have to, you want to make some money tonight in the ATV Pro Class, you're going to have to win this one, I think. Folks, don't forget, we're going to be right back here tomorrow night. Open practice as well from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Sign up, pay for practice, ride all morning and afternoon. And then 6 o'clock p.m. tomorrow night, we're going to crank it up with practice for another round of Battle in the Barn here tomorrow night. You practice underway at 6 p.m. and the race in action commencing right after that. So we'd love to have you come join us down here. If you can't make it, though, check us out on YouTube Live tomorrow night on the channel. And we will bring some more racing action to you here down in Jackson, Ohio. The Henderson Arena Complex. Tip of the cap to our sponsors, Osborne Off-Road, Allen Sports Cycles, Wamco, and Kenda, as we bump and grind into turn one there. 42 of Corey Burnworth out front, and it's Delaney and Castor. And Castor making the pass, but not for long as he and Delaney get tied up. Corey Burnworth out front. Looks over his shoulder. JD can run him down here. He is the 42 of Curry Burnworth out of Otway, Ohio. Your leader, the 133, J.D. Castor. Out of MacArthur in second, the 28 ride of Bryce Delaney. Out of Jackson runs third. Castor has got to get busy here quick if he wants to make some cash tonight. Burnworth out front, Castor in second. That's where the cash is at. White flag in the air, one to go. shot, and that is going to be what pays the cash tonight. He's going to make the final left-hand turn. They collect the checkered flag and a win tonight in the ATV Pro Class. J.D. Kasser finishing second. Bryce Delaney coming home third place tonight in the ATV Pro Division. Race 26, we've got our Super Mini riders lined up and they are ready to roll. They have been sent. Oh, things get tight there in turn one. Too wide into turn two. Still side by side into turn three. And finally, whoop. It is a 36 machine of, not that's a 56 of Luke Weber out of Minford. Out front. Here comes the 151. Back into the number one ride, Owen Seward out of Batavia on his KTM. Folks, you need to move off the racetrack. Owen Seward out of Batavia is your leader here in the Super Mini class of 56. Luke Weber out of Minford runs second. Third place right now, the 723 of Jacob McKee out of Athens, Ohio on his KTM as the white flag is in the air. One lap to go here in our Super Mini class. Checkered flag in the air, and it is going to be the 151 of Owen Seward out of Batavia, Ohio, getting the victory. 3E of Elliot Kegley out of Portsmouth, finishing in second place. Third place is going to go to the 723 of Jacob McKee out of Athens, Ohio. The 56 of Luke Weber from Minford, and rounding out the top five tonight, the 100 of Emma Spriggs out of Jackson, Ohio on her Kawasaki. Gonna bring it around for fifth place tonight in a good ride. Couple races to go here. Race 27, our mini extra riders in the gate, followed by our youth ATV 0 to 90, and the final race of the evening, our ATV C class. Coming up, Big A's got the card in the air. It is sideways. The gate is down, and we have many extra riders headed for turn one. That is 11C of Emmett Sherrington out of Oak Hill over the 15 of Bo Weber. Early on here in our mini extra division. Chased up by the one ride of Cameron Osborne and the 9B of Brantley Belford. Down the front straightaway for our mini extra riders, race 27. It is still the 11C of Emmett Sherrington out of Oak Hill on the KTM. Bo Weber out of Minford on his gas, trying to keep him honest here as they check in for another lap. The one ride of Cameron Osborne out of Laurelville, Ohio. Yamaha mounted in the a solid third place ride there. Eleven C of Emmett Sherrington got some pretty creative lines there. He's going deep there into the turn 2 bull turn after those double jump, and by doing that able to pivot and get a big drive, which is letting him get clear over this double jump. And now it looks like Bo Weber's starting to pick up on that line as well. The white flag is out, 1 to go here for our mini extra class. Down the front straight away, banking off the boards there. The 11C of Emmett Sherrington. Emmett out of just down the road here in Oak Hill, Ohio. I'm going to bring it around to take the checkered flag tonight, get the victory in a mini extra class. A nice ride by the 15 of Bo Weber out of Minford. On his gas, the one ride of Cameron Osborne from Laurelville, finishing up third place tonight in the mini extra class. 9B of Brantley Belfort out of Sparta, Kentucky on his Yamaha, finishing fourth. The youth ATV 0 to 90. I think that was a 133 of Jarrett Castor out front, maybe. No? Not sure. Let's see if we can figure this out. That's Jarrett Castor. That's not his usual machine. That's a 412 machine, but I think Jarrett had trouble with his ride. I'll bet that's Jarrett Castor out front. He's probably commandeered a machine in the pit area. That's not his normal steed there. 27 to DJ Castor out of Frankfurt. Right on him, giving him the business. 619 Dominic Neff out of Caldwell runs third. And if old Jarrett, JD's his dad. We saw him out here earlier in the pro class on the ATVs, but if Jarrett can pull this one off, this is going to be impressive. Now that thing is bucking him all over the place. Back down the front straightaway on the 412 machine, that is Jarrett Castor out front. DJ Newman in second. It looks like some trouble there for Dominic Neff with his machine there as he's kind of dead in the water on the front straightaway. This time by, we should see the white flag, and it is out. 1 to go for Jarrett Castor. And if he is going to hang on here, looking over his shoulder, that thing's twitchy. I think I'd be paying attention to what's in front of me here. That thing is all over the place. 27 to DJ Newman out of Frankfurt. Pushing hard, trying to catch Castor out front. But it is going to not work out. Jarrett Castor, with an unbelievable ride on a borrowed machine, gets the win tonight in the 0 to 90 class. The D27 of DJ Newman out of Frankfurt finishing in second, and the 619 of Dominic Neff out of Caldwell, Ohio, bringing it home third place tonight in the youth 0 to 90 class. Final race of the evening. Our ATVC riders lined up and ready to roll. We got 3 guys going to battle it out here for the final checkered flag of the evening. 01 is Levi Wolf out of Lynchburg. 43, Jacob Vance from Buffalo. And the 242 of Braden Haley from Logan, Ohio. Oh, double that's going to be a huge advantage if he can keep that going. Well, Levi Wolf making a pass up into the number 2 ride there, and things are fixing to heat up out front here, I believe. Jacob Vance and Levi Wolf are, now Wolf back in the number 3 ride. So that's Braden Haley now up in the lead. Well, I think, maybe everyone's already had a shot at this thing with 1 lap in the books. I'm going to say this one's probably going to get filed under the "it ain't over till it's over" category, because 242 of Braden Haley out of Logan, your leader. 43 of Jacob Vance from Buffalo in second. The 01 is Levi Wolf out of Lynchburg running third. Haley doubling up the finish line there down the front straightaway in what looks to be about a full straightaway lead now over the 43 of Vance. Wolf putting the pressure on Vance for the second place ride. White flag out, 1 to go, and Haley coming up just a little bit short there on the finish line, but does that this time. He's not going to matter because he's already going to have collected a checkered flag. The battle is on for second. Looks like Haley's got it covered out front, but it is on for second place. Wolf trying to put the pressure on Vance for second as Braden Haley takes the win tonight in the ADVC class. Jacob Vance, he's going to hold off. The 01 of Levi Wolf out of Lynchburg, Ohio, just barely. The final checkered flag of the night flies. Folks, that is going to wrap it up for us tonight here at the Henderson Arena Complex. Appreciate everybody coming out here and hanging out with us tonight. We're going to be right back here tomorrow night, starting at 6 o'clock with practice. We got open practice tomorrow from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m., so come join us for that as well. Appreciate everybody tuning in there for the live broadcast on YouTube. We'll be back with a racing action again tomorrow night, as well as the following 4 rounds, so make sure you like and subscribe. That way you get notifications when we're ready to get at it again. We appreciate you hanging out with us here tonight. Look forward to seeing everybody back tomorrow night. Folks, my name is Dennis Robertson. It's been my pleasure to bring the racing action to you tonight. That is going to wrap it up for tonight's show. Folks, do what you feel. Keep both feet off the wheel. You don't have to go home, but you can